Scott Harrelson with Appalachian Waters Homestead. I thought we'd have another one of our little morning truck talks as I'm headed up the mountain to the job site today. It's another cold morning, not as bad as it was yesterday. Only got down to 10, I believe, this morning. And it's warmed up a little bit. I believe we're about 16 degrees right now at around 9:30 in the morning on the 23rd of January 2025. About tired of the cold though. Of course, I know some of y'all folks that live way up north are used to a lot of the cold. We normally don't get cold like this. We haven't been above freezing for, I believe, over 96 hours right now. It's supposed to get up to 34 today, so hopefully it'll get above freezing. Especially since I have to go up on an ice-covered roof to do what I'm doing today. I don't know how well that's going to turn out, but I guess y'all figure it out if we have another video sometime after this. But just trying to figure out what to talk about today as I was headed up the hills. Well, what was on my mind today was hogs. What kind of hogs is y'all's favorite kinds to raise for meat? Do you raise hogs for meat, or do you just go and buy the commercial pork at the grocery store because it's cheap, relatively cheap? Well, if you've ever eaten farm-raised pork, you won't want to eat that grocery store pork again. Because we started raising ours a couple years ago and eating that pork, you'll just eat that stuff up. It's the flavor is just something that you won't notice. It's some of the best flavor around. It has flavor. It doesn't taste like watered down whatever type deal. The color's better, flavor's better. It don't take as much to fill you up, and it's a lot more nutrient rich than what you get at the grocery store. And that what you get at the grocery store, you don't know how long it's been around, how it was handled, and most of the time that stuff in the grocery store has been bleached at some point in time, because that's how they sanitize it, type deal. So if you haven't eaten farm-raised pork, you should. If you can raise your own hogs and you got a processor around and you have the ability to do it, you should. If you don't have the ability, the place, the time, the whatever, find you a local farmer, buy you a hog share. That's your best bet. Then you pay the farmer a certain amount per hanging pound for the hog, and then you pay the processor. Or some farms, you just pay them all to them and they get it processed for you and handle it. It's a little more expensive that way, and you don't necessarily get the cuts exactly how you want it. But buy a hog share, y'all. That's one way you can support your local farmers, because that helps them too. That helps them with the raising these hogs. That helps them feed their families while they do other things. Because most of us small farmers, we're farming, we're raising food, and then we're also out doing our regular jobs just to make the ends meet. A lot of times that ain't enough, so it kind of takes a lot of way hustle to get it, keep the bills paid and everything else and all, but you feel a lot better eating it. And I tell you what, when you eat your own stuff that you've grown or that you know how it's been grown, well, it comes off the farm, it helps you be a lot healthier too, because you don't have all these preservatives in there and all these chemicals that are added to it for whatever reason in the world. They add stuff to it just to make stuff taste that way. Well, I hate to tell you, folks, pork's supposed to taste like pork. Good, natural pork. It's not supposed to taste like, I don't know, asparagus. If that's, you know, have your meat's flavor. So I know this seems like just the ramblings of an old man. Man, it probably is just the ramblings of an old man. But support your local farmers, support your pork, and help everybody else out. And let's help change our food society that we have here, and let's bring it back down to the farm and not into the factory farms. All right, y'all, I appreciate you sitting here and listening to me a spell, and I'm gonna knock off here while we go around this mountain. It's a little slick out here, the ice and the cold. But we'll talk at you later now. It's Scott Harrelson with Appalachian Waters Homestead. Talk to you later.